bigger, if not even bigger.
And then Wilder Fury, do you see either guy with an edge, confidence-wise, mental-wise, anything from the press?
If somebody got the most confidence and edge, I would say Fury.
Really?
Because he took Wilder's best punch and got up. You know, so yeah, he's been there before. So it's not like he don't know what it feel like or he tasted Wilder punching power. He tasted it, he dealt with it, and he rose to the occasion and got back up and said, okay, let's fight.
So you feel that over the vice versa of Deontay saying, you know, you had your brains almost splattered on that canvas.
For sure.
He feels that's his edge.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah, you know, and it's given it's his edge as well, but I just feel like Tyson Fury getting up from those 2 knockdowns is like, all right, you put me down, but you didn't keep me down. Mm-hmm. You know, I got up and potentially won that round that you knocked me down in. You know, so
you think he's going to win the fight?
I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50, you know, because Wilder did show that he can hurt Fury bad. Not just a glance knockdown, but Fury showed that he can hurt Wilder as well. You know?
But I wanted to discuss with you briefly about the rankings in your weight class at WBO at 147.
Right.
Do you think that, number 1 is Danny Garcia. Do you think that builds more pressure with him being number 1, that he has to fight you and the fans to pressure him to fight you down the road?
Well, he got a lot of options, like you said. You know, if he chooses to, you know, take the option to exercise his number 1 rankings and become a mandatory, and we shall fight, and it'll make for a great fight.
So you basically like justifying that it's okay for him to like maybe explore other options and going to you, or
if it's in the best interest of his career.
Okay.
You know, if it's suits him and his family, then so be it. You know, I'm not knocking it or anything. You know, I wish him the best.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the boxing community think that a loss to a fighter like is devastating for them in their career. Even if they lose, you know, they can always bounce back and fighting a great fight. That's what it's about.
For sure.
Okay.
Terence, one quick question. With the way everyone, sorry if this has been asked, Ray, with how well everyone's been working well this week, are you optimistic that there's no more hurdles, whether it's Spence or another fighter from the PBC, that there would be no impediments for a fight for you?
Well, there never was hurdles. You know, like I always said, if it made sense, then the fight could get made. Mm-hmm. You know, if it didn't make sense, then the fight is not going to get made. Okay. You know, it's simple. It's simple as that.
You know, I mean, the hurdles that are out there. There
no hurdles. It's all about money at the end of the day.
Is that more of a boxer decision to kind of make that fight with somebody?
If the money's on the table, then the fight's going to get made. If the money's not there, then there's not going to be a fight. Because at the end of the day, when you got 2 promotional companies coming together, you know, we all got to eat. So it got to make sense. You know, you're not going to...
But they say, like, why not just keep all the food on our plate?
That's what I'm saying.
But they the other promoters be like, nah, I'm just going to match my own fighters over.
They can do that. Yeah. You know, when they got a lot of fighters to pick and choose from, you know, they can keep it in-house. So Top Rank did the same thing.
Isn't that bad for boxing?
No, it's smart, you know.
But then we don't see Crawford Spence.
But you don't see Crawford Spence, but you see Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman.
Yeah.
You see Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. You see Pacquiao versus Thurman. You know, so those are...
See Pacquiao Crawford.
We didn't. You know, so those are other great fights. It's just not the one fight that y'all want to see. So one fight don't take away from all the other great welterweight fights that's been happening this past year.
So, as a competitor, how much does that competitive spirit get in there and say, I want to fight this guy, I want to get some of this guy?
Of course I want to fight all the guys. Of course that. You know, but at the same time, like I keep telling you, it's a business.
Okay.
You know, if you feel like you're one of the best welterweights in the world, you're not going to take no lesser than what you feel like you deserve.
Okay.
You know, just to get in the ring to fight somebody that you feel like you better than.
So that business, that the business acumen, business part of it outweighs that desire just to be competitive in the ring.
Sometimes it ain't enough money to break it down and here, pay this guy, then the fighters, you know, it takes a lot of money to put on a show. You know, how much money you think going into this show? You know, through the marketing.
I heard they gotta sell over $1 million just to break even.
Yeah, it's a lot of money that goes into making fights, you know. Like, a lot of people don't understand that because, you know, they don't know the business that goes around making fights. You know, it's just not, you know, two people say, all right, we're gonna fight, and then they say, okay, we're gonna fight. Y'all gonna get this, y'all gonna get that. Okay, take out the purses that they give the fighters. Still gotta pay for the rooms. They still gotta pay for the food. They still gotta pay for the undercard. They still gotta pay for
Marketing.
the travel,
The marketing.
then the marketing, then the training camp. You know, they gotta pay for everything. You know, so
No, I appreciate hearing that. I appreciate hearing that.
It's a lot that
because,
goes into it. So
like as you say, some people just think, hey, these guys don't want to fight nobody because of this or that. And I appreciate you breaking down.
some fighters don't. Some fighters don't. You know, some fighters and they handlers be like, all right, we're gonna stay away from that guy. You know, that's a bad matchup for you.
You think it's like,
You know, some fighters don't. You know, you got a good record, you good. Just let him pass on, and then we gonna bring you.
Get him down the line somewhere.
No. We're gonna let him move up and wait.
Okay.
You know, and then when you move up and wait, then we gonna step up. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Terrence, man, last is just Lomachenko taking on Teofimo. Is Teofimo ready for that fight?
Yes.
And you think he'll win that?
I don't know about winning, but he is definitely ready, and I've been saying that for a long time now. He's been ready, and he's been showing that he's been ready. It's gonna be a great fight, and I don't know who's gonna win that fight. I might lean a little more towards Lomachenko, given that he got the experience in that fight, and he's been there before. But at the same time, you can't count Teofimo out. He's a tremendous young fighter that's got a lot of talent, a lot of punching power, and that believes in himself. And he's no slouch. And he's coming to fight, and he's coming to knock Lomachenko out.
I know you say you're leaning toward Loma, but stylistically, you know how he goes side, side, in, side, side, in. Is it possible you get like with Linares that what's the chance he would walk into that
He
shot?
could.
Right.
He could. That's what I'm saying. He could. But you never know. Never know.
What's your thoughts on this main event here?
50-50.
50-50?
Yeah.
What do you think about 50-50? What do you think about
50-50.
Fury's 2-round, second-round knockout prediction?
I don't see that happening.
Okay.
I don't see that happening.
So Fury says he wants to put on a lot of weight to improve his punching power. Does weight improve your punching power? How would you improve your punching power?
I think the weight's going to help him absorb Wilder punching power.
Okay.
You know.